that way, please, Alan. Now, today what we're going to be doing is a gallery walk. Okay? A gallery walk. Okay? We're going to be designing a poster, but at the same time we're going to be explaining key ideas or key details of 3 stories that we have previously read. First one being Island of the Blue Dolphins. And the second one is 2 Tickets to Freedom. And the third one is Mrs. Frisby and the Crow. Now, on your table, in each box, I have labeled, you have a post-it that tells you what story you will be working on as a group. Let's put that away. Now, these run 3 rows here. You guys will be doing, I believe, Island of the Blue Dolphins. Good. These 3 right here, you guys will be doing 2 Tickets to Freedom. These 3 right here, you will be doing Mrs. Frisby and the Crow. But the first thing I want you to do in your post-it, all of you have a post-it in the corner of your desk. Put that away, please. What I want you to do is think about the characters, okay, the risks and the consequences in all 3 stories. Okay, remember, all 3 stories have a risk and a consequence. Good. Now, take about 30 seconds. I'll give you 7 seconds to think first about the stories. Okay, think about who took the biggest risk in each of the 3 stories. Okay, so you're going to choose one character from all 3 stories. Think about it for about 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, go ahead and write that name on the post-it that you have at the corner of your desk. Yes, that's fine. Next sort of thing. Okay, good. Now go ahead and put that post-it back at the corner of your desk. Okay, we're going to leave that there for a moment. Good. Now, here's what you're going to do. On the center of the table, there's scratch paper. I want one person from each table to get a piece of scratch paper. Just one. The extras, you can go ahead and set them in the center of the desk, of the table. Now, in the center of your table, you have the name of the story that your group is working on. On that scratch piece of paper, make sure everybody gets one. Everybody gets a scratch piece of paper. What I want you to do, now we're going to work on this. Okay? We're going to describe the risks and the consequences for that story that you have in your table. But here's the tricky part. You will not use any words. What will we not use?
Any words.
Good. We're not going to use any words. So if we're not using any words, what are we using? Pictures and symbols. Right? Are we using words? No words. Just pictures and symbols. Okay. Whatever way you want to do it, however you want to design it, whatever helps you remind you of the risks and the consequences, okay, that's what you're going to put on paper. So don't worry about what your neighbor is doing. Okay, this is your drawing. Okay, whatever helps you remember the risks and the consequences taken in that story. You have a question? Everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, I will give you about 4 minutes. 4 minutes, and you guys will be working on this. Yes, this is by yourselves, independently. You just will draw. You will draw. Okay. 4 minutes. You have a question before we begin? Yes, you can use the whole paper. That's fine. Okay. You have a question? The story, you're going to use the one in the story that's in the center of your table. Now you're going to draw or use symbols to describe the risks and the consequences that happen in that story. Okay, hold on, before you begin, there's another question. No question? Yes, that's fine. You have a question, Arturo?
Yeah, could we do it with
Yes, that's fine.
marker?
No, no marker, just pen or pencil. Everybody ready? You have a question? All right. Okay. Ready? You have a question?
Yeah, so
You use a story that's in the center of your table. Yes. Okay. Ready? Begin. That happened in this story only. Yes, the risks and the consequences. So I like how you guys are not using words. Remember, just pictures and symbols. Pictures and symbols. Oh, I like your guys' drawing. We're doing this on our own. Right now we will have time to discuss with our group. What was it? Yes, that's a symbol. Yes. As long as you're not using words, it's okay. Yes, try to have a little bit of detail. That way you have some things to explain to your group. Huh? Yeah. Not yet. This is just for your drawing. This is like a rough draft sketch. Good. Okay, pencils down. Good, good job. I like the drawings that I'm seeing. You guys are doing a good job. Now, here's the part. Here's what you're going to do next. The next part, here you're not going to need your pencils. So pencils down. Pencils down. Now here you're going to have a group discussion. All of you in your group obviously have a drawing. But your group members, they don't know what you drew. Because right now you're going to come together. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to discuss. You're going to discuss, you're going to explain to your group members what you drew and why you drew it. Now I want you guys to take turns talking. So when one person is talking, the other 3 or 2 people are what? Listening. Are we touching other things? Are we moving around? No. We are listening. Remember they talked about what good listeners do. We look at the person, we make eye contact. So make sure you're listening to the person. Are we interrupting the person? No, you let them talk, right? So there's going to be I'll give you guys about 3 minutes to discuss what you guys are going to be talking about. So if there's more than 3 of you in a group, take time yourselves, that way everybody gets the same amount of time to speak. If there are 3 of you, well, you guys get about a minute each. Okay. Any questions before we begin this part? No? Okay, we're ready? Okay, 3 minutes. Remember, we discussed what noise level are we using? 1. Okay, noise level 1. Okay, so just that your table hears you. Okay, we don't want the other tables to be hearing you because then we're going to be a distraction. Okay, keep the noise level down amongst your group. Ready? Begin. You are? Let's sit down. We're listening.